Let's take a quick look at number 8 in section 2.7. We're given this limit here as x, notice, goes to minus infinity. So that's important to make a note of. As x goes to minus infinity, the top, because I'm squaring, goes to positive infinity. The bottom goes to negative infinity, okay, because 5 times x is getting more and more negative as x goes to negative infinity. The plus 4 is going to become insignificant. So this is going to infinity over minus infinity. I just write as infinity over infinity. If you want to write infinity over minus infinity, you can. The same thing, you know, it's indeterminate either way. So plus or minus infinity over plus or minus infinity is going to be an indeterminate form. So a couple ways we've talked about this. One, I can divide by the highest degree term in the denominator, which is x, right? Divide top and bottom by x. And when I do so, I get 7x squared divided by x is 7x. 8 divided by x is 8 divided by x. 5x divided by x is 5. And then I've got 4 divided by x. But as x goes to minus infinity, this 8 over x, that's going to go to 0, right? Because 8 divided by a larger and larger value, even though it's going to be being negative, right? 8 divided by a negative 1,000, 8 divided by negative 1,000,000, and so on, that is still going to 0. Same thing with 4 divided by x. Okay, so this thing is approaching up top 7x and on bottom 5 as x goes to negative infinity still, because we still have a variable here. What's happening? Well, if x is going to negative infinity, 7x over 5, or 7/5 x, is also going to minus infinity. So it's real important. It's not going to positive infinity, right? It's going to minus infinity. All right, so basically the form is negative infinity over 5, which is not indeterminate like that. This is determinate. This is going to negative infinity. You could also have done this by just taking the highest degree term of the numerator over the highest degree term of the denominator, and this limit here will be the same as the original function limit. And the reason being because for very large in absolute values of x, right, they're negative, but they're getting larger in absolute value. The -8 and the +4 are insignificant compared to the other terms, right? And so this can be simplified very easily. And you can see we have that same expression we did here. And so the limit is negative infinity. Okay. All right. So real quick on these ones, hope this is helpful.